Big breaking news this morning involving Detroit Public Schools. A teacher sick out has now forced more than 80 schools to close. That number has continued to grow just in the last hour and a half that we've been on the air this morning. So we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more, but we're getting close to nearly all of DPS schools now. Good morning to you, everybody. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Monday morning. And when you went to bed, there were less than, I think, 24 schools. So as I said, that number has been multiplying this morning.
Yeah, it certainly has. It continues to climb quickly, in fact, as the district learned that it won't be able to pay the teachers after June 30th, I believe is that date.
Yes, Local 4's Nick Monticelli is live at Cass Tech to explain more. Nick, these teachers were under the impression that those emergency funds that were going to be sent to the district would cover them through the summer. Not the case anymore?
Well, you know, that's what the union is saying. They say that when that $48 million was approved last month, they were told that that would be enough money to cover all the teachers and all of the summer programs throughout the end of the year. That certainly is not the case anymore. Now, since we have been on the air, the number of schools closed has now doubled. The total number is up to 85, and there are only 105 schools here in the district. So in Detroit, there are only 20 schools open as of right now. And again, that number will continue to change.
Where's all this money going?
As you can imagine, the teachers who've been working and now might not get paid are furious.
And this is humiliating and degrading.
Today's sickouts come after DPS announced it will run out of money to pay teachers. It was one of the hot topics at last night's NAACP Freedom Fund dinner. Mayor Mike Duggan blamed the state emergency system.
8 years of emergency management that has had 8 straight years of deficits, 8 straight years of enrollment declines, 8 straight years of achievement declines.
Senator Hillary Clinton also weighed in.
We can't be satisfied until all of Detroit's children are learning in good schools with good teachers.
The district says it will be unable to pay teachers after June 30th, which is the end of the school year, but 2/3 of teachers opted to spread their paychecks across the entire year.
So if we continue to work, it will be like we are working for free. What profession works for free?
Drawing criticism from the union, emergency transition manager Judge Stephen Rhodes says sickouts are unnecessary.
They will only not get a paycheck if the legislature doesn't act. I'm confident that the legislature will act.
But the interim president of the teachers union says they do not share that confidence.
Enough is enough. The truth is, we can no longer take the district's word at face value.
Now, Rhodes has also issued a statement that reads, I am on record as saying that I cannot in good conscience ask anyone to work without pay. Wages that are owed to teachers should be paid. I understand the frustration and anger that our teachers feel, and certainly that frustration and anger has spilled here onto the streets of Detroit. Again, 85 schools are closed back out here live. As we continue to talk about what this impact has and what's going to happen later on, there will be a rally outside of one of the buildings, the Fisher building here in Detroit at 10 o'clock this morning. Also, people have asked, how many teachers are we talking about? Again, 2/3 of the 2,600 teachers in the district, that is 1,700 teachers or more that are looking at no paychecks for work that has been done. We are live here at Cass Tech High School. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
All right, Nick, so let's talk about a long-term solution. Is there even one in the works?
Well, yes, there is. There's a $715 million education reform package that the Senate approved and the House is currently debating, and that could happen any time. However, that package would not take care of the issue we have right now. So something else has to be proposed. Somebody else has to find some money. Otherwise, you have teachers without paychecks, and summer school and all of these summer programs would also be canceled.
All righty, our Nick Monticelli reporting live for us this morning. Obviously, we'll continue to follow this story. Nick, thank you.
And certainly, as you can imagine, this was no easy decision for the teachers union. We do want to hear from them. Terrence Martin, the executive vice president of the Detroit Federation of Teachers, joins us by phone this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, let's talk about the decision to go on the sick out now. What are you hoping will happen today to get those teachers back in the classroom?
Well, we're hoping that this draws attention to this issue. Obviously, it's quite alarming to hear that teachers won't get paid and school won't happen after June 30th. And so this is an opportunity for the district to right this wrong. And we just felt that it was essential that the public knew about this, and folks who are definitely on our side, our parents and students and other community members who simply want what's best for Detroit school children, and that's what we're fighting for today.
And so in terms of the sick out today, of course, a lot of parents have to mobilize, figure out what to do with their kids at the last moment. Is this something that could happen again tomorrow or the next day, or is it just to raise that awareness today?
Well, today is to raise that awareness today, but obviously it won't stop today. It is imperative that funding to Detroit Public School comes quickly, and to suggest that teachers aren't going to get paid for work that they've already rendered is just simply absurd. This is not the ideal situation that we like, but obviously something had to be done.
Transition Manager Judge Stephen Rhodes says that he does feel confident that the legislature will approve to send more money. There is that package, the education reform package, that's out right now for $715 million that already passed the Senate and is being discussed right now in the House. On behalf of the union, are you feeling confident that that package will pass?
Well, we've been here before. And we've been told that this package was going to be presented and passed soon. This was months ago, and it still hasn't happened. And so without guarantees from the district, without guarantees from state lawmakers, we see no other way than to act.
And so it is a chance outside of today that these teacher sick-outs could occur maybe tomorrow or again this week or in the school year?
All of our options are still on the table.
All right, Terrence, thank you so much for joining us, and we will certainly be covering the rally that's scheduled for later today as well. And we should say that we have also tried to get in touch with the mayor's office to talk with Mayor Duggan about this decision as well. We hope to hear from him later today.